High Pack fans, we all love anniversaries. We all celebrate anniversaries, and we have a big one. As 1 year ago, we welcomed the man right here, Boo Corrigan, to NC State. Quite a year, huh, Boo?
I would say it's been quite a year when you look at everything that's going on, and then put the coronavirus on top of it. I think it's been a one to remember and one to move on from. How about that?
Exactly. You know, I remember interviewing you last November, and you were saying, man, it's going to be for the first year like drinking through a fire hose. But I think you're drinking through a geyser now.
Yeah, I don't quite know. I don't know what's big enough to actually put up there, but you know, whatever it is, I hope it comes with the haircut and the shave soon. That's what I'm looking for.
I was going to say, you went with the goatee instead of the full beard. Strategy?
It itches. To be honest with you, this is really itching, but Coach Papaluzio's got a great beard going, and I told him that I would, try to compete with him and Coach Dorn a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out here at the end.
You know, Boo, you've known about this university. You've known about Raleigh and NC State, but what in these 365 days have you learned that maybe you didn't know before?
I think you've heard me talk about this before, but the incredible passion and connection that people have for this institution. And, I've been doing a fair amount of walking around my neighborhood, and like everyone else, and tend to wear a lot of NC State gear, and I get a lot of this when I walk by, and, that's been a lot of fun. And, the welcoming nature of Raleigh and the way that we've been welcomed to this community, to our kids, and kind of adapting here. And the other part of it that's been funny is how many people from previous lives have said, man, I wish I lived in Raleigh, and I wish I was a part of something like NC State.
It is a great drawing card that is used in recruiting. I know we've done some videos to virtually get the message out about Raleigh to recruits and people that may not know it. There's a connectivity that we have to this place that people may not know about.
It really is, and you see it and you feel it here. And, to a large degree, NC State is kind of the economic engine, right? Either as the institution and what we're doing here, through our students, through research, through our alums that stay in Raleigh and have their jobs here in Raleigh. It was funny. I was laughing with the Chancellor now probably 6-7 months ago. He did a big event in New York, and he was amazed at how young everyone was in New York City. And I said, well, that's because all they want to do is move back to Raleigh. So as soon as they make a little bit of money, they're trying to come back here and be closer to the pack and be closer to all these great things.
How have you been able to stay in touch with the Chancellor, with your coaches, with student athletes, with employees, with Wolfpack Club members, with fans all around? That's a large group to keep up with.
Well, as we talk about it, we do a daily executive staff call or Zoom, twice a week with the Chancellor, twice a week with the ACC, once a week with the head coaches, every 2 weeks with the Student Athlete Advisory Council, every 2 weeks with the student athletes, every 2 weeks with a full town hall, on top of everything else. So it really, the days have gotten no less busy. The biggest difference is at night. We don't have games to go to. You don't have a chance. I really look forward to the day where we can have men's swimming and wrestling and women's basketball all here to our house to celebrate their championships, right? To be able to celebrate like we were, with women's cross country and cheerleading and some of the other things that we've done here, and just be able to get back together and gather together and share the passion that we have.
We are going to be able to celebrate virtually the Wolfie Awards that you and I will take part in. And what is the plan as far as your student athlete graduation ceremony?
Yeah, well, we typically do a breakfast that morning where we're able to put the sash on, the student athlete sash on all of them. And really the plan now is to kind of do that virtually and have them be a part of it. I narrated something the other day. I don't know if you're involved in splicing that together and trying to make all of those things happen. But, it's going to be different than what it's been. I'm kind of tiring of the phrase new different in that side of where we are. But really, I think it's going to be a way for us to celebrate them maybe we'll have a guest speaker. Maybe we'll have some people kind of chime in and show us where they are, what they're doing, what their experience is, and try to make it as special as we can.
Got to get together any way you can. We're moving up on the deadline for season ticket renewals. How much flexibility is there for people that may not have renewed by now? And what's in place currently as far as people that are interested in season tickets, whether it's renewal or new?
Well, I think the exciting thing is the number of people that have renewed already. And looking at them, they want to be a part of it. They want to get back to the way it was, right? And be able to be together at Carter Finley. Our group's done a really good job. We've made 15,000 phone calls to all the season ticket holders to try to be able to reach out to them, to connect with them, mainly to ask how they are. The same thing from a Wolfpack Club standpoint, just to check in. We're going to be as flexible as we can with everything going on. We do have the May 1 deadline that we're really trying to hold on to and make sure that that's there. And then as we move forward, what does it end up looking like? Trying to over communicate at all times and make sure everyone's tracking everything that's going on. And then as we have to make decisions, we'll make those decisions.
You have a lot of conversation with peers, with the conference, with football people. We've heard all kinds of scenarios about what's going to happen. If you look up here, the best case scenario, we start on time. If you look down here, the worst case scenario is we have no football. In reality, with the conversations that you have, where do you say we are currently at the last week of April looking forward?
Yeah, we were on a call this morning, actually, with and I'm on a subcommittee with some ADs and some coaches. And as we were talking about it, one of the coaches brought up, 6 weeks ago, if you told us where we are today, I don't know that we would have believed it, both where we've been in quarantine and now as it looks as if the numbers are getting better. It's kind of scary to project out 6 weeks with any definitive answer, right? So I think what we're doing is we're looking at everything, evaluating where we are, wanting to play, having 6 weeks for the team to, a minimum of 6 weeks for them to reacclimate and to be in football shape and do those things. Our top priority is always going to be the students and making sure from a health standpoint, they're in a good environment, that they are fit to be able to perform. And, we're just continuing to follow everything. And, most things are still on the table right now, as you said, to playing 12 games, to, what else could it look like, to what are the options in the spring. My biggest thing, Jeff, is I think we should do all we can to contain this to a single year and not have it lead into 21 that changes 22, that makes it a bigger, longer trajectory to get back to that normal battle rhythm.
We're a part of a UNC system. We're a part of the ACC. There are multiple states, like there's a team in the ACC from New York. We don't know when New York will open. Yeah. How difficult does that make it and challenging to try to figure out what to do, not just as an individual school, but in the UNC system and in a conference?
Well, we were talking about it again a couple of days ago. In New York City is a lot different than where Syracuse is. In Pittsburgh, it's a lot different than where Philly is, right? So it's not even, you can't even put New York in a category, right? You need to look at where that fits in to what it is. And, playing in California and that side of it. So, there's so many different things that, you heard me talk about this at the very beginning. It's a time to be steady. It's a time to be thoughtful. It's a time to be patient with everything that's going on. And I think while we would love to rush to something and be able to throw an answer out there, I think patience is a great virtue right now, and understanding what you do control, what you don't control the controllables. I sound like a coach. Control the controllables, and the other things, let's sit, let's wait, let's be patient, and then we'll make the best decision.
And let's celebrate your 1 year anniversary. How will you celebrate it? Your 1 year anniversary at NC State. How will Boo Corrigan and your family celebrate?
Well, initially with a series of Zoom calls that I've been doing all day, I really haven't. I had to introduce myself yesterday to a group of people, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure, this week is my 1-year anniversary, and I'm pretty sure I didn't have gray hair when I got here. So, we'll get through it. I don't know. I imagine at some point in time, maybe toast an unbelievable experience at an unbelievable place that can only make us better. As a leader, can only make us better, hopefully as a person, and to get this thing back on the path that we need to be.
Lou Corrigan, happy anniversary. Thanks for joining me.
You got it. Go Pack.